Wow. As I was just watching that video back, I just added some more stuff. I just realized something. Because I was saying, it's about how you believe and act. That's going to inform what you see. This is believe and act, which is like the mind and body. See is the soul, the heart, harmony. Believe is a crown chakra. Act is the root chakra. Keep up. So I had this list out, but then I realized I keep saying love and fear, but I want to transcend those words because I believe love and fear, those are essentially feelings. And I feel like really the universal language is frequency. That's what really matters, right? Frequency, frequency, frequency. So a feeling is a judgment of the frequency, but not the frequency itself. And then that's why I say I don't really believe in low vibrational and high vibrational, because that is basically saying that one frequency is better than the other frequency. But if to me, frequency in itself is energy, is atoms, is DNA, is everything, is God, essentially. I personally don't feel comfortable saying that there's aspects of God that are better or worse, but maybe that's just me. So really listen, I just woke this up. And as I'm writing this, something was telling me there it's greater than love and it's greater than fear, right? It's greater than a feeling. And then I got the word creation. That is what love is. Love is creation. Creation is love. Existence is creation. Therefore, existence is love, right? But with creation, there's also destruction. That's what the fear is. That's what the division, the disharmony, the oppression is, destruction. But see, this is why they need each other. This is why it has to be both. This is the proper integration of life, the cycle of life. It can't just be all creation and it can't just be all destruction. It has to be a cycle of remembering and forgetting, of being conscious and being unconscious, of gaining wisdom and being ignorant. Birth is the creation, is love. Death is the destruction. This is the necessary cycle. It's creation and destruction. It's birth and it's death. That's the soul integration of existence. That's the mind and the body. Spirit is physical, body is the destruction, is the disharmony, decaying, right? The unconscious state, though, the ignorance. And you have to have both. It has to be both in order for the soul, for existence to continue to persist. It's about detachment and attachment, right? The masculine and the feminine it takes, the sperm and the egg it takes to create life. So we need to stop looking at something as necessarily bad when honestly it's part of the cycle of life. And instead, if we look at the things that we fear, if we look at the things that we consider to be bad with more compassion and more understanding on both sides, you know what I'm saying? This is where we can come into integration because we can see the picture for what it is. You know, one side looks one way, right? Creation, love, unity, harmony, freedom. Another side, isolated, looks one way. Destruction, fear, division, disharmony, oppression, death. But when you pull out, you can see they balance each other out. They constantly keep each other in balance, in check. The importance of the masculine and the feminine. Creation, destruction. Beginning and the end. Every end marks a new beginning. Every beginning will end eventually, right? These are all things that you have the opportunity to overcome and transmute into this. All of these things aren't all good all the time forever. They turn into this eventually, right? Everything ends, allegedly, right? And I looked at it, both sides of it, they represent not only a state of being, but they represent simulation. Because I look at all of this as life is essentially sex. Creation, destruction, right? It's sex. The man and the woman, it's sex. So you are either stimulated one way, you know, pleasure in one way, or there's like quote unquote guilty pleasures, or there's other ways to get pleasure, maybe through like pain is pleasure, right? So they're like two sides of the same coin. But in order to avoid overstimulation on either side, you have to have both so that you can get a break. It's not supposed to be all good all the time. It wouldn't be possible, but it's not supposed to be all bad all the time either.